The Nile flowed through her veins. Cleopatra VII, the last pharaoh of Egypt, was born of power and destiny. Her lineage stretched back to Ptolemy, a general of Alexander the Great. For centuries, her family, the Ptolemies, had ruled Egypt. They embraced its customs while clinging to their Greek heritage. Cleopatra, a queen in a gilded cage, yearned for more than the confines of her palace. She craved power. She sought dominion. And fate, it seemed, was ready to deal her a hand. At 18, she ascended the throne, a young woman in a man's world. Her brother, Ptolemy XIII, was her co-ruler, a mere boy meant to be her husband. But Cleopatra, brilliant and ambitious, refused to be sidelined. She challenged her brother, their power struggle shaking the very foundations of the kingdom. The Nile shimmered, a silent witness to the brewing storm. The sands of time shifted with the arrival of Pompey the Great, a Roman general fleeing from Julius Caesar. Seeking refuge in Egypt, he found only betrayal. He was assassinated, his head presented to Caesar upon his arrival. Cleopatra saw an opportunity in the chaos, a chance to solidify her power. She was cunning, a master strategist, playing her hand in the Game of Thrones. Caesar, the conqueror of Gaul, arrived in Egypt expecting submission. Instead, he found Cleopatra. Legend claims she smuggled herself into his presence wrapped in a rug. The truth, whatever it may be, is lost to time. What remains is the undeniable spark ignited between the queen and the general. He was a seasoned warrior, a man of ambition and intellect. She, a queen in her prime, radiated an aura of power and allure that captivated him completely. Their affair was a scandal that echoed through the halls of history. Forget the whispers, theirs was a meeting of minds. Cleopatra, fluent in multiple languages, debated philosophy and politics with Caesar. She challenged him, intrigued him, and ultimately won his heart. He, in turn, was mesmerized by her intelligence and her unwavering belief in her own destiny. Their alliance went beyond the personal. Caesar saw in Cleopatra a shrewd ruler, someone who could secure Rome's interests in Egypt. He helped her eliminate her rivals, securing her position as the sole ruler. Their son, Caesarion, was a symbol of their bond, a child born of ambition and love, destined for greatness. Caesar's assassination sent shockwaves through Rome and into Cleopatra's life. Yet she was not one to be undone by tragedy. She set her sights on Mark Antony, Caesar's trusted general and a man of immense power. Their meeting was inevitable, a clash of titans drawn together by fate and ambition. He, a seasoned warrior with a weakness for beauty and luxury, found himself enchanted by the Egyptian queen. Their love affair was the stuff of legends. They sailed the Nile on opulent barges, showered each other with extravagant gifts. Rome gasped at the stories of their lavish banquets and decadent displays, but their relationship, far from being a mere dalliance, was a strategic alliance. Cleopatra needed Antony to secure her borders and maintain Egypt's independence. He, in turn, needed her wealth and resources to fund his own ambitions. Their union, blessed with 3 children, was a threat to Octavian, Caesar's heir. He saw in Cleopatra a dangerous seductress, a foreign queen who held undue influence over a Roman general. The stage was set for a confrontation, a battle that would determine the fate of empires and the course of history. The clash between Octavian and Antony was inevitable. It was a battle for the soul of Rome, a struggle for power that would decide the future of the Republic. Cleopatra, a queen in her own right, was drawn into the conflict. She stood by Antony, her fate intertwined with his, their love story set against the backdrop of war. Octavian, a master propagandist, painted Cleopatra as a manipulative temptress who had ensnared Antony. He rallied the Roman people against the foreign queen and her puppet king. The final confrontation took place at Actium, a naval battle that shook the very foundations of the world. Defeated and outnumbered, Antony and Cleopatra fled back to Egypt. Their dreams lay shattered, their hopes dashed against the rocks of betrayal and defeat. The once mighty kingdom of Egypt crumbled under the weight of Rome's legions. Cleopatra, facing certain capture and humiliation, chose her own destiny. The manner of her death is shrouded in mystery. Some say she used a venomous asp, a symbol of divine royalty, while others whisper of poison applied to a scratch. Her death, like her life, became a legend, a tale whispered through the ages. History, written by the victors, remembers Cleopatra as the enchantress, the seductress who brought down empires with a whisper and a smile. But she was more than just a beautiful face. She was a shrewd strategist, a skilled diplomat, and a ruler who fought tooth and nail for her kingdom. She challenged the might of Rome, dared to love a Roman general, and in the end, chose death over surrender. Cleopatra's story is a tapestry woven from love and war, ambition and tragedy. She was a woman ahead of her time, a queen who dared to defy the odds. Her legacy, much like the shimmering sands of her beloved Egypt, continues to fascinate and inspire, reminding us that even in defeat, there can be a certain undeniable glory.